This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.
On the next Discover the Upper Cumberland, we get back to the beauty of nature in Warren and White counties, savor tasty dining and beautiful antiques in Overton County, and learn about a traditional way of life in a new place in Van Buren County. So come along and let's discover the Upper Cumberland.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the United States Department of Agriculture.
Welcome to Discover the Upper Cumberland, where we explore and uncover what's incredible about our region of Tennessee. I'm your guide, Celeste Flatt Bennett. The Upper Cumberland is blessed with natural beauty and endless opportunities to enjoy the outdoors, and Rock Island State Park in Warren and White counties is a beautiful place that offers visitors a chance to get away from the busy life and be a part of nature. With gorgeous falls, lush forests, and beautiful gorges cut by roaring rivers, there's no excuse for missing out on the bounty nature has to offer.
Rock Island is 883 acres. It is on the eastern highland rim. Everyone hears of the Cumberland Plateau, but to the slight west of that is the crumbling shoulder of the plateau, the eastern highland rim, and that is where we are located. We are in between Sparta and McMinnville, Tennessee, and we have quite a few opportunities to get outside and enjoy nature. One of the top attractions are definitely going to be the hiking opportunities here at the park. We got everything from adventurous rock hopping in the river gorge during the summer months when the dam is not open, to pretty well flat, short hikes that are just chock full of history. Twin Falls is an 80-foot waterfall that comes out of the hillside there. It actually didn't flow until what was then the Tennessee Electric Power Company started building the dam. And there were two phases of the dam building and the hydroelectric operation here. The first dam was 40 feet tall, and the first powerhouse was just a single generator powerhouse. When they finished construction of the initial 40-foot dam, it backed up the Collins River, and the water started to bleed through that hillside, and it was just two little trickles, and that's where the name Twin Falls came from. They came back a decade later in the mid-1920s. They raised the dam another 35 feet taller. They expanded the footprint of the power plant to add a second generator of higher capacity to generate more electricity, and that forced even more water through the hillside, forming Twin Falls as we know it today. Dam construction began in the early 19-teens, but by 1917 it was completed, and that was sufficient enough to back up the Collins River. And the power plant was built in what was historically called the Narrows. There's a big peninsula here that we now call the Cunningham Peninsula, but they blasted and drilled a hole about 8 foot diameter, and they ran a pipe through it. And they needed to back up the Collins River to pull water through that pipe, called a penstock, into the powerhouse and drop it through the turbine to be able to spin a generator to provide that electricity. Having the hydroelectric operation here supplied enough electricity to bring in a lot more extra industry here in the area. There was a railroad that passed through Rock Island as well. In the early spring, we do offer wildflower hikes. Just here in this area, the Eastern Highland Rim, we do have a great diversity of wildflowers and other, well, rare and endangered plants. Quite a few here in Rock Island State Park, and including one called the maidenhair bush that's only found in 2 places east of the Mississippi River, and one of those is right here in the park. Here at Rock Island, we have 50 RV campsites. All that information of length, widths, and pricing can be found at tnstateparks.com. Some of those are suitable for a tent, but for those that don't have an RV and do want a tent camp, we do have tent-only sites, and we have 10 of those. For those that don't like to actually get out and camp, we do have 10 cabins on the park as well. We do have numerous shelters within the park that can be rented. We do offer programs throughout the year here at Rock Island. During the summertime, from about Memorial Day to Labor Day, we bring on a seasonal interpretive ranger, and one of their main job duties is to provide interpretive programs, crafts, sports games, and the like for all of our cabin and campground guests. We do have big swimming beach here in the park, so plenty of opportunity to bring the kids down and build a sand castle and then go right into the water if they so choose. Generally during the summer we will post our programs a week in advance so that even those folks that aren't staying with us, if they do want to come and take a guided hike, we're more than happy to have people join in and take part.
Southern charm is a staple throughout the Upper Cumberland, welcoming visitors and locals alike to great sights, sounds, shopping, and good old Southern cooking. One place in particular fits that bill perfectly. Over 20 years ago, 2 friends in Overton County joined their ideas together, offering their guests the total package of one quaint, friendly location, the Apple Dish Restaurant and the Antique Market.
Donna and I have been good friends for a long time, and our businesses complemented each other. A lot of our customers trade in the antique market. They eat over here. We have a lot of out-of-town business, and it just complements each other.
Shoppers in here, they want to go eat at the Apple Dish. A lot of times her customers, they will come over to my store and shop with me. And so, yeah, it's a good setup to have a restaurant in with an antique shop.
Well, I always wanted a restaurant because I've been cooking since I was 10 years old. And I just decided I wanted to open up a little tea room type atmosphere in with the antique market. My daughter, Christy, and I opened in 1993. And it was just one room, and then in '95 we expanded and added the large kitchen and the grill, started doing a larger menu. But we started out just with a main dish and a salad and sandwiches and soup of the day and lots of good homemade desserts and our fruit teas. That was one of our things, the fruit tea. Our most popular thing is probably the chicken cacciatore, the fried chicken, skillet fried chicken, fried apples. Our desserts, probably the strawberry delight, fried apple pies, homemade pies, just a lot of good things. And we have like specialty Apple Dish melts, different sandwiches, a broccoli cornbread and our broccoli salad. There's just lots of specials and a lot of things that different people like.
How I began liking antiques, My grandfather loved antiques, and when they had his auction, I was hooked. We got everything that was in the garage, and we took those things, my husband and I, we opened a booth in Crossville, Tennessee. And everybody loved my booth because I didn't know anything about antiques, so all of my things were cheap. And then we got out of that. I've tried to get out of antiques, but it's in your blood and you can't. My father loved antiques. He's a big antique collector, and so you just can't get out of it. Probably at this auction of my grandfather's, he had over 100 chairs in the barn. And the auctioneer, I remember they were running around trying to find matches to the chairs. None of them matched. And so anyway, I think that's how I got my love for antiques, was from him and my dad. I started in this room back here. I didn't have the other part. And I had about 15 booths. And then we took over the other part and turned into about 35 booths. The baby boomers are my best customers. That's my age, because they will buy your walnut and cherry furniture. They buy a lot of primitives too, but they buy more high-end. I do have a lot of younger people that are starting to buy. They may buy crocks and pottery, Tennessee pottery. They buy painted furniture. They are good customers. They just don't buy like the baby boomers, I'm going to say.
Having the apple dish, you become really, really close to friends. People, you make lots of friends, and you learn a lot about people through the food they eat, because you'll have certain customer that you remember what they like. If it's green peas on top of their mashed potatoes, or if it's a special like Diet Dr. Pepper or the fruit tea, you know what they want, and when they come in, you just go ahead and you automatically get that for them, and you just really become friends with them, and it's like family. It's a family atmosphere. Made a lot of good friends over the years. Georgina McDonald is the new owner as of Monday. I think that I have left it in good hands, and I think she's going to continue to serve the community like we have.
As Vanita said, Monday was my first day owning the apple dish. We took over and just like to carry on the traditions. We grew up in this town and want to continue to serve the same people and the same food and new people also, and continue to grow the business. Going to be incorporating some new things, my shirts, and some other things, some license plates, coffee cups, just various things in the gift shop.
She's a fabulous cook, so I hope everyone comes out and supports a hometown girl.
Hi, we're here with Dr. Sally Perdue from the Oakley STEM Center at Tennessee Tech University. Hi, Sally. Thank you for joining us today.
Hey, good to be here.
What we want to talk about today is the solar eclipse. It's coming up on August the 21st. And I, for one, have no knowledge whatsoever, no scientific knowledge of anything about that. So we'd love for you to give us a good layman's terms understanding of what takes place during a solar eclipse.
All right, so when we're talking about solar eclipses, they happen all the time. But what's incredibly unique about this one that's going to be here in the Upper Cumberland area, and really specifically very close to Cookeville, and even better if you're in Sparta.
Oh, wow.
And so there'll be a really cool graphic that anyone can actually visit to find out where they live, how long this total solar eclipse will be in their location. But again, that's what's unique about this one, is that it's a total solar eclipse. So we are in the path of totality here in Cookeville, Tennessee, and in other locations in the Upper Cumberland for approximately 3 minutes, sometimes less, down to maybe 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes.
Right.
The moon will be perfectly in line with the sun, and it will block the sunlight to the earth. And what that means for us is there's a shadow of the moon. It's about 80 miles in diameter that will travel at 1,000 miles per hour across the surface of the earth.
Okay.
The last time this has happened in our area was more than 500 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So that's what makes this so exciting. So partial eclipses are where part of the sun is blocked, but a total eclipse is where everything is perfectly lined up, that the moon is blocking the light of the sun. And in the US, the last time that we had a total solar eclipse that touched the United States was in 1979.
Wow.
And that was 5 states out in the western part of the country. So this time it's going across 10 states, all the way starting in Oregon and leaving across South Carolina.
So a rather rare occurrence.
Very rare occurrence
Okay.
for us to see it like this.
And how do we view this? I think there may be some dangers with viewing it with the
Right.
naked eye.
Well, and as we know, we never want to look directly at the sun. So if you do want to kind of experience the eclipse during that 2.5 or 3 minute duration when it's totally blocked, it will be okay to look towards it. But the danger is leading up to that and coming out of that. You'll have to know exactly when it's safe and not safe to look at the sun. So the best thing to do is to have what are called little solar viewers. Okay. And it's a polarized film, and you can, we're actually working with companies and education groups across the Upper Cumberland to try to get as many of these purchased and available to the public to safely have access to look.
Fabulous. We will be able to view this if the Upper Cumberland region people want to come out.
Yes.
And they're going to do that.
Right. So
Tell
we're
us about
partnering.
that.
Yeah, we're partnering with the City of Cookeville, Chamber of Commerce, Cityscape, Tennessee Tech University to have a couple of different places in Cookeville itself where you can go to view. So for instance, at Tennessee Tech campus, we're actually working with athletics to have the stadium available, and that seats 30,000 people. So that might be a great place to come and
Right.
experience it with other people.
That would be incredible.
City of Cookeville is looking to do an activity in Dogwood Park. So again, and we expect a lot of school systems will be having their kids out on the playgrounds and maybe in the athletic fields. We expect actually even companies may be wanting to let folks who work for them step out to the parking lot and take a look, because the timing of this is perfect. It's Monday, August 21, and the total eclipse will be from 1:29 to about 1:32. So early afternoon, so it'll be a great time to catch it.
Is there an opportunity, workshops or anything of that nature that you guys are doing to help leading up to the eclipse?
We are. We're actually partnering with teachers from Prescott South Elementary and middle schools to offer some regional workshops, and those will be available for teachers as well as community people who work with students and young people want to learn more about the science behind the eclipse. Okay. And the best place to find out about those is to go to our website. Those are free and open to the public to sign up for. And during the summer, we'll also have some events at the university to help educate. We're getting a web page set up, and the best place to look would be www.tntech.edu/STEM. And we'll have a link to everything that will be happening in the community around the eclipse event.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, Dr. Sally.
All right, you're welcome.
With a commitment to peace and nonviolence, Mennonite communities embrace their faith and enjoy life to the fullest in a more simplistic way that we can all appreciate. One such community has recently found a home in Buren County, which offers them the opportunity to escape the hustle and bustle of the busy world and become a valuable asset to this rural area with nearly 20 small businesses now in operation.
My name is Greg Wilson, Van Buren County Mayor, and we're here today at our Van Buren County and Mennonite community. The Mennonite community started about 5 years ago. They come in from Kentucky and purchased several thousand acres here in Van Buren County. Part of it is also in Bledsoe County. And just recently they just started expanding by buying several hundred other acres here in Van Buren County. And they have a variety of stores here. They have a bulk food store. They have this produce market here along with nursery. Two other produce markets, gear factory, sawmill, lumber company, feed store, and many other farm items as well. A lot of this area that they have here that they've turned into farmland was it was an old strip mine area, and so they reclaimed the land, bought the land, and cleaned it up, and it's just a very beautiful, made it Van Buren County that much more beautiful, is the best way to put it, I guess.
Hi, we're here at Elby's, Luann and I, and we live here in Spencer, right off the Baker Mountain Road, and we're here to do our spring flower shopping. We originally lived in Florida and we relocated to this area, and we come here to the Mennonites. They're just wonderful, and we love to promote their business here in the little town of Spencer.
Hi, I'm Lou, and I'm actually from Indianapolis, Indiana. I've lived here 4 years and a faithful customer of Elby's. Love to come here several times every summer. I've got some beautiful begonias. I bought two trays, or 2 full trays, and the people here are just very sweet, and we love to come and shop and give them our business.
Yes. We do it every year. It's a
tradition.
Tradition.
Well, the economic impact, of course, it broadens the tax base. You know, when you build houses, build businesses, and things of that nature, it kind of expands our tax base, which is great for Van Buren County. Also, too, there's a lot of people that come through here just to come to this community to purchase the products here. So when they come through Van Buren County, they're spending money in Van Buren County. Again, that is expanding our tax base.
Prior to the Mennonite community arriving here, the ground was it was poor. It was growing up strip pits, bunch of red brush, and they're slowly transforming it back into some pretty good farmland, and doing a real good job at actually trying to put more organic matter back on the ground, and doing a real good job with produce, and some's got some cattle operation as well out here.
They have a special way of life. You know, they travel in buggies and bicycles and things of that nature, and we respect that. We respect their way of life. We don't want to interfere with their way of life. We want to help them any way possible that we can. And we really enjoy them being here in our county. So, you know, if that's what they choose, that's great. You know, there's no iPads and iPods and TVs and things of that nature, so we're very appreciative of what they do for our community.
We love to shop here because it's right in our own backyard, and we don't have to go to the big merchants, but here we feel like a family, and they treat us like a family. And I really like to contribute to our own backyard.
And not only is their flowers quality, their produce is delicious. We go and get their produce all the time. So we thank you for giving us the quality foods and flowers that you give us, and we love to promote our own area. Thank you.
They're very good citizens. We enjoy having them here. We love the way of life they have, and we support them.
For more information on this show and to see others like it, visit our website, wcte.org/discover. Also, if you have any ideas on what you think we should feature next, send us an email to discover@wcte.org. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you next time, and together we'll discover the Upper Cumberland.
Funding for this program is provided in part by the United States Department of Agriculture.
This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you. Thank you.